Good morning, my name is Andrew Mesh. I'm a mix engineer and music producer based in Vienna, and today I am going to tell you the story about how I was able to overcome a massive creative block I had for years. But first, let's get ready. Unfortunately, I am kinda running late again, and I'm not sure how that's possible because I planned ahead a lot. I'm gonna meet my brother now, and I'm gonna get his lavalier microphone because that's way better audio quality than whatever the hell this is. And then we can actually talk about what this video is about. So, how did we get here? Right now I am able to do creative stuff, I can trust myself and just deliver. And even if I can't, that's completely okay. But this was not the norm. A few months ago, or especially like a year ago, I was not able to create anymore because I had immense pressure upon myself. And that's like a horrible place to be in, especially if you want to make a full-time career out of music. Back where I'm from, which is Vorarlberg, I was working with an artist and we were working really closely. He didn't have much of a career back then and I didn't either, so we kind of collaborated over a very long time, and that collaboration was great and we did some great music, and that to this date is the most successful, at least commercially, music I have ever done. Great times which I am very fond of, but at a certain time the labels were interested in working with the artist and also working with me because, as I said, we were such a great team. The artist got signed, which, by the way, was a huge deal because Vorarlberg doesn't really have a music scene. We have like really few good artists, so that was a huge thing for us. When he got signed, we put some great music out and we loved what we did and everything was fine. But one day the success kind of caught up to us because now we had the problem that we wanted and we needed to deliver and top the music we already put out. Meaning we need more streams, we need more innovative sound, I guess, but also we need to do what the audience and the A&Rs and everyone else involved wants from us. That is a lot of pressure, and I don't know how the artist felt, but I felt really not inspired anymore because everything I did was overanalyzing, not committing enough, and kind of restricting myself so much that I was not able to have the creative juices flowing which I needed. And me and that artist basically, after trying for like 10-15 sessions and still not being able to do music anymore because of that pressure I had, stopped collaborating as much and started going kind of our own ways. That again put some pressure on me because I was feeling like everything I had worked so hard on was getting taken away from me. So I realized I needed a reset. And like with reset, I mean a real reset. And today's video is about how I did that. We are now at some kind of castle. I'm not even sure where we are exactly, but that's the whole point, I guess. The creative energy comes back when you just do stuff you normally don't do. If you're in your four walls and just work all the time in the studio or in any other creative field somewhere else, you don't get to enjoy life, so you do have no creative impulses, which is like, how do you want to be creative if you don't have anything to get inspired by? Basically, first thing I did was get out of the house and do stuff and don't think about work. Really important. So what helped me a lot was actually exploring, doing stuff I wouldn't do otherwise, doing stuff with people I love, and doing stuff just for the sake of doing stuff. It got my mind off things, it helped me to let go better, which is also the next point we're going to talk about, and it made me more comfortable in my own skin. So as I said, the next thing is letting go. It was really important for me to be able to let go of the past and let go of the music that already happened and just focus on the future and the music we are going to create and the stuff we are going to do. It doesn't matter if that's gonna happen with the artist I mentioned in the beginning of the video or with like other people I want to collaborate with. I had to learn that it's okay to let go of people and also of structures that were harmful for myself and my career and also my mental health, which doesn't mean that I hate those people or something like that. definitely not. That artist especially has a very, very, very special place in my heart. But sometimes things don't work out, and maybe that's just temporary, but maybe it's not. And that's okay also. Especially because I wanted to do this as a career, and I am doing this as a career. I had to make some sacrifices, and I had to make some decisions which are not comfortable to make, but decisions that you have to make sometimes. What helped me a lot was experiencing new things with new people, making new friends, maybe even new relationships in whatever way you want, and touching grass. As our moms have always said, it might be that damn phone. Put it away, enjoy yourself, and enjoy the real world, because that's something we all need, and especially I needed. Those memories might be the next inspiring thing for you, even if it's not conscious, but subconscious. Without going into the spirituality realm, because I'm not that much of a spiritual guy. Don't rot on Instagram, not even Reels or TikToks, you know that already. Also stories. It kind of destroyed me and even drained the last bit of motivation and creativity I had left, while looking at other people's so much better lives. Another thing that was huge for me was saying yes a lot to basically everything that I come across, and that has helped me a lot. What I mean by that is, don't shy away from opportunities you would have just because you think you're not good enough. The possibility that you are good enough is very high. I had the problem a lot because of the thing with the artist that happened. I had very low self-esteem, and that showed like in all areas of my life, but especially in work, because again, that's where it affected me the most. So if you get an opportunity to be in session with an artist you love, take it. If you have the opportunity to work with someone you would have loved to work, do it. If you had the opportunity to go into a podcast with someone who you respect and who you definitely want to talk to, there's a tractor riding there, do it. Because if you don't, you might regret it for the rest of your life. And I have definitely passed upon opportunities I would have had because I was scared, and I still regret it to this day. And those opportunities might change your life. A really big turning point in my life was moving to Vienna. I did that in January. A really big turning point in my life was actually moving to Vienna in January 2025. I still can't do it. English is so hard, man. It changed my life completely. In Vorarlberg, I was not able to express myself, work with the people I want to work with, and I had like a brand new set of opportunities in Vienna. Especially like studio space, which was professional and also for me sustainable to finance, thanks to Vincent and Christoph from Fiaker Studios. And also there are a lot of networking events, like for example Michel's Musikstammtisch. Also huge shout out to you, Michel. If it weren't for you, I would have never been able to do this in Vienna. That event changed my life because at my first attendance, someone recognized me from TikTok. That person was Uroš. He is a great songwriter and now also a very, very, very great friend of mine. And he knew me from TikTok. He knew that I was a mix engineer and music producer, and he knew that he liked what I did. So we met up, we talked a lot, and then my creative block came up because mixing-wise everything was cool. I was able to be creative in mixing and that was okay, but creating and producing something from scratch was like really hard for me. He changed my life first because he actually listened to me and we talked about it. Talking about it was a real game changer for me. He was able to sympathize with me and we had like a real connecting bro moment. And then he said something I might not forget for the rest of my life. He said to me, Andrew, let's book a studio session. Without an artist, just the two of us. And we had one goal and one goal only, and that was make shit songs. A lot of them. So a few days later, we just booked a studio and went there, and he told me that I should just make a beat. And I just did something because we didn't have an objective in mind, we didn't have an artist in mind, we didn't have like very specific things we have to do, and it doesn't have to pop off on TikTok and it doesn't have to go viral on Instagram Reels. And the beat was shit, and that's okay. Then we did another one. The beat was shit. It doesn't matter. We did another one. The beat was shit. Then we did another one, and that beat was mid. Mid is better than anything I had done in the last few months. So that was like mind blown. Then we did another beat. It was actually great. And just like that, by just doing shit songs and having someone who you can trust and who you can be shit with, that helped me get over that really, really, really hard and crushing period of my life. And I'm not saying that that's gonna help you. I'm saying that that helped me and that everybody has a different solution for this. Some people even say that creative blockades don't exist, which, as you might know, I don't agree with, but that's also a legitimate opinion. For you, it might be going for a walk. For you, it might be a toxic relationship you need to get rid of. For you, it might be something completely different, which I haven't even mentioned in this video, and that's okay. But I hope you find it, and I hope you can get your creativity back again, because that's really important, and it's basically the only necessity to make great art. Hope you liked this video. Take care and stay creative.